What's going on, everybody? Back in another video. Today is a video request from a YouTuber by the name of Donbeiren. I hope I'm pronouncing that right, but I will leave your name up in the title area. That user requested that I do a video on all my knives that have composite blades. Now, I don't have a very large collection, as you can see. It's only 3 knives, but let's go and begin. So let's start with the Zero Tolerance 0350 CB. The CB part of that name is means composite blade. As you can tell, it does have a composite blade on here. If you guys want to see a full review of this knife, visit the video that precedes this one, because that is the full review of this particular model. So let's go and start with the blade here. You can tell it has the composite blade logo here. For those of you who do not know, Zero Tolerance is the tactical division of Kershaw Knives. This particular blade utilizes the 14C28N for the top and the LMAX for the cutting edge. And I really like this design, actually, because right here, this little thin line here, I believe is copper. Don't quote me on that, but I think that's what it is. And it kind of makes like a little shark tooth, or kind of like a waves design, so it's really neat. Now, I remember distinctly that Kershaw had some problems making these composite blades with the very first model that they tried it on, which I believe is the Kershaw Volt. And they said that the copper kept on falling out, or something like that, where it just wasn't quite meshing properly. But since then, these models have been flawless. I mean, this blade is completely flawless. It's very smooth. They got everything right. It doesn't even look like it's like two pieces of metal, or 2 types of metal meshed together. So they have come a long way since that very first model. So very beautiful designs on here. So let's go and put this one down. Check out the Kershaw speed form here. True to its name, this knife is completely aerodynamic, and I believe somebody mentioned on my other video, I believe it's English Redneck, and he said that that this looks like or reminiscent of the Benchmade AFCK, in which it does in a certain way, you know. But again, very streamlined, you know, very nice. And this one features the D2 for the top, and then the what's it called, the LMAX steel for the bottom. Sorry, had a momentary loss of memory there. So this is the 3500 speed form. These are limited edition, so I don't even know if you can find these anymore. I've never used this knife. This is purely a collector's thing for me. Now, I wish Kershaw would stop experimenting with their pocket clips, because this is one ugly pocket clip in my opinion. But anyway, back to the blade. Very awesome blade, very nicely designed, you know, extremely sharp, you know, and has very hard steel on there. And when people look at this knife, they always ask me if it's two-tone. Now, it is not two-tone, and I'll show you why. See, now as I turn it towards me, you notice the bottom becomes gray, and this top part becomes, you know, a lighter gray. But when I turn it away from me, you notice the top part turns gray, and the bottom becomes lighter. So basically, this is titanium handles, and it just has like kind of like a roof kind of design, where it's kind of angled, you know, like this. So it's not two-tone. So for anybody who's wondering, it's just one solid color. It's a very cool knife, very nicely designed, you know, and just true to its name, very kind of streamlined. So the last knife we get to would be the Kershaw Volt. Now, this is extremely rare now to find one of these, and at least I haven't been able to find one yet, you know. So this is the original knife, I believe, that Kershaw tried to mesh the 2 steels together. And for the most part, they did a very good job, although they did have a lot of blems and seconds and stuff. And I believe that led them to not be able to fulfill their quota of how many knives they're going to make for this initial run. You see there's a triple X on the blade here, which denotes that this is a seconds. And I did get this off of a private collector. And so you can see it's very beautiful design. And this one has the D2 up top, and the Bowler M390 steel for the cutting edge there. And what makes this knife really beautiful is that they managed to do the same thing with the titanium and the G10 inserts right here, the inlays right here. So they kind of mirrored it from the blade to the handle, which is a very beautiful design. The back is just a titanium frame lock with the Rick Hinder lock bar stop. It is a flipper design. Now I know that the Volt and the Speedform all have their production versions too. So I believe it's the Speedform 2 and the Volt 2, I believe, and I believe they're slightly smaller knives. Both of them will have like G10 handles, liner locks, and the CR13 MOV Chinese steel. So But very, very awesome knife. And this is one of the more highly sought after knives, I believe, in this particular lineup. So so if you can find one, get your hands on it and hold on to it, because these things are very rare. I believe they only made like, I don't even think they made 300 of these. I'm not too sure, but I mean, figure 300 for the entire world to get, you know, these are going to be pretty rare. So, all right. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Any questions, comments, leave it below. Other than that, I will catch you guys on the next one. All right. So take care.